You know what, I'm gonna be 65 in May, and I could still coach again, but, you know, I am right now just thinking about currently what I have to deal with. My mother, yesterday morning, fell and broke her hip. And she's gonna be 89 next month, so I'm rushing home to California, day after tomorrow, to be with her. She's gonna be not able to walk for, probably 6 weeks. So, that's my first number one priority. I was supposed to be taking her to her family wedding in April, which is obviously off for her now. So I'm, you know, just thankful she had surgery this morning, and my brother and my daughter are there with her right now, and so I'm just hoping she's, you know, gonna recover fine. Cause that's always scary, especially at that age. But, you know, I've had a great career, and you never say never, so, one thing I know is I'm gonna be back home with my family. My son and his wife, Brittany, and our 3, soon to be 4 grandsons next month in Santa Barbara. Something we joyously look forward to spending time with them, more time with them. You know, living out in Mississippi, I've seen my mom twice a year essentially the last 7 years. And same thing with my kids, my grandkids. You know, it's hard to travel with those little kids all the way back here with jobs and et cetera. So I'm from there, that's home. I'm really looking forward, Kim and I, to getting back out there, and you know, so that's, you know, the number one thing. I've had a great career. I couldn't be happier, and you know, we'll see what happens in the future.
What do you think about players from this year's team? I know you mentioned the other day that Iverson was likely going to come back when you were still the coach. Do you think that's still in play? What do you think Tolu's going to do? The only reason I ask is because also after that Virginia game, Tolu sounded like he would, you know, lay in front of traffic for you as well. So what do you kind of think with those 2 guys and the rest of the players? Have you heard anything about those decisions?
You know, I haven't, and I think it's really early. I mean, this all just transpired yesterday, so you know, they have time. They both have really good families. You know, 2-parent families, a lot of support, great kids. You know, and Iverson's the best student on the team, so academics are really important to him, graduating from college. You know, the plan was that he would go through the MBA process and get feedback and see what happens. The same was true for Tolu going into the year, but with his injuries now, I think it limits that a little bit. He needs to, you know, come back to college for another year and just get through a whole season healthy to increase his stock. You know, Tolu, last August, last July, last June, when we were working with him, there was no doubt in my mind he was an all-SEC player. I mean, it really was brutal to go through the adversity of not having him for the entire year. That alone would have been a huge game changer for us, but it is what it is. It happened. So, you know, I just wish them nothing but the best. They're great kids, and I feel very honored and blessed to have coached them and all the kids we had this year.
Obviously, you know, they made a change in leadership on, you know, the women's basketball side and now on the men's side, and they have renovations coming to Humphrey Coliseum. I guess, you know, I know it's probably hard for you leaving, but where do you kind of see the brand of basketball at Mississippi State kind of moving towards the future with everything that's coming in?
I think that the facilities being updated was long overdue, and I think it's really good for the basketball programs. And so I'm excited for you know, the future that they're going to have a updated and you know, really nice facility to recruit to and to play in. And one of the things that makes this place so tough, in my mind, is that, you know, we're isolated from big population areas, and there has to be a concerted effort to get better crowds at the games. And when you have an 8 o'clock Wednesday night, you know, TV pays the bills. SEC Network, we had, you know, the Tennessee game was at 8 o'clock, and the Auburn game in the middle of the week at 8 o'clock. Those are tough games, you know, for fans from Jackson, fans from Tupelo to get here. But that is what it is. It's, you know,